Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with the Heat for the Streets, man. It's like it's showtime. Look, man, I ain't been cranking out a lot of videos or whatever, man. Cause honestly, I ain't really had shit to talk about. But well, do a couple videos. Cause one, I want to do a basketball topic. I'm gonna do this one right now, and then I'm gonna do a more serious topic in a few minutes, because I want to really ask a question. I want to ask a question on this video too, but I want to keep it basketball. But I want to ask y'all a basketball question. Is Dwight Howard, in your opinion, a Hall of Famer? Now, I did the Dwight Howard I did the Dwight Howard video when he had first got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, that was before the buyout. And the reason why I thought that he was going to stay, the reason why I made the video is because I assumed that he was going to stay. I assumed that he was going to stay with the Brooklyn Nets. Because remember, at the time when he had first left Orlando, he gave them like some teams that, or at least the media was reporting that he gave them some teams that he wanted to go to, and of course he went to the Lakers. There was reports that he wanted to go to Houston. There was reports that he wanted to go to Brooklyn. Or stay in Orlando for the time. And so he ended up going to the Lakers in a sign and trade for Andrew Bynum. I think Denver was in on a deal. Philly was in on a deal. And that was the summer of like 2012, 2013 or whatever. The summer that nobody remembers because nobody wanted to fucking trade. Like, Dwight left after 1 year. Andrew Bynum never played for Philly. Orlando got some pieces back, but they ain't made the playoffs since Dwight left. And then, of course, Denver got Andre Iguodala in the deal, and he only played for them after 1 year. So, really, if you really want to say anybody really won the trade, you could kind of say probably Denver, because they got Andre Iguodala, and then they made the playoffs. Because I think they missed the playoffs the year before after Melo had left. So, I mean, really nobody realistically won the trade. I mean, the Lakers made the playoffs that year. Denver made the playoffs that year. Philly was basically starting that whole trust the process shit. And Philadelphia and Orlando is, like I said, Orlando is basketball's purgatory. Like, I mean, you can say that about a lot of teams, like Sacramento, but before Sacramento, in between Chris Webber and like after, a bunch of other players that they came through the Kings organization, they actually was good for a few years. And then, of course, like I said, you got the Chris Webber, Vlade Divac, Mike Bibby years and all that, Jason Williams years and all that. So, of course, they did, that whole thing. But Orlando's basketball's purgatory. And when Dwight left, when Dwight was there, they had success. When Dwight left, they, fell off. Same thing with Shaq. He came there, had guys around him that could play and ball and all that other stuff. Then when he left, it was hell in Orlando. But
especially because I saw
But Dwight, I don't know. But Dwight has never really been the same ever since he left Orlando either. He, he said he got that 1 year, that 1 year with the Lakers while his contract was expiring. Spent 3 seasons in Houston, 4 seasons in Houston. He was okay. I think that 1 year in Orlando. I think that 1 year in Los Angeles was probably better than the 3 years in Houston. And that was with him dealing with back issues. And then of course after Houston he signed that 1 year deal with Atlanta, and then 1 year deal with Charlotte, and then got traded to the Brooklyn Nets and agreed to a buyout, and now he signed a 1 year deal with the Washington Wizards. This may be the best situation he probably been in since leaving Orlando. Even the 1 year with the Lakers, because of course he had Kobe and Nash and Pau Gasol, and that was talent, but he didn't get along with anybody. I wouldn't say anybody. He didn't really get along with Kobe and I think like Ron Artest and all of them. I don't know how his relationship with Pau was. According to everything I heard, like it was pretty good, but Dwight, I don't know. Dwight just seemed like the type of guy that really never took basketball seriously. And it's sad because the dude got all types of physical ability, all types of talent, and he just never really put it together. And does that make him not a Hall of Famer? I don't know. I guess not. I guess not. No, it doesn't not make him a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer, like 8-time All-Star, 8-time All First Defensive Team, something like that. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and actually 3 times in a row Defensive Player of the Year. Before Tyson Chandler, I think Tyson Chandler won it in 2013, and then I think this was Burger Street, Tyson Chandler, when he was with the Knicks, and then. And Dwight obviously still averaging a double-double and all that other stuff like that. Consistently 18 to 19, 20 point per game score with 12, 13 rebounds a year, like 1.5, 2 blocks, and we average about maybe 2.5, 3 assists, something like that. For a big man, it's pretty good. Dwight Howard, to me, is a Hall of Famer. I think he played he's playing a long time. I won't say he played because he's still playing, but he been playing a long time. Got accolades. He made the playoffs a bunch of times on a lot of different teams. Atlanta on a 1 year deal. They was actually pretty decent with him. He probably was the second best guy on the team if you don't count Paul Millsap. Because Dennis Schroeder, I never really thought he was that good. He probably was the second best player on the team besides Paul Millsap. In Atlanta, of course, he was the second option in Houston behind Harden. And then I don't know what the hell he was in LA. He was supposed to be the second option, kind of like the 1A or one, if not the 1A or 1B behind Kobe, because he still had a little bit more physical. He was still more in his physical prime than Powell was, so I can see them trying to incorporate him into the offense and make him like at least semi the guy, but I don't really know what he was in LA. Of course, in Orlando he was the first option and all that, but so you go from first option to 1A, 1B, like I said, maybe a number 2 in Houston, a number 2 in Atlanta, and then a number two in Charlotte because, of course, they got Kemba Walker. And now he's going to be a number 3 guy in Washington behind John Wall and Bradley Beal. So that's not, that's not bad. I mean, and like I said, if he can still average 18, 19 points, because I feel like Dwight Howard can average like 18, 19 with 11, 12 rebounds and maybe two blocks playing in the East. Because he did that last year. He averaged like 2 blocks last year in Charlotte. So with Wall's ability to penetrate, he a better penetrator to me than Kemba Walker. So with Wall's ability to penetrate the defense and Bradley Beal being able to shoot outside, I don't know what Troy Bryant is going to be. Markieff Morris, obviously he can shoot from the outside in the mid-range. I would like to see him work more in his post game, but with Dwight Howard, you really don't have to work on that because he's going to be in the post a lot. Not that he has much of a post game, which is my problem with him. Like, dog, you 6'10" and you're a physical freak. Like, you can work on your post game because you bigger and stronger than pretty much everybody else in the post. With the exception of maybe a couple some 7-footers. But if he ever worked on his post moves, Dwight Howard could have still been a beast. He could have still been a number 1 option on the team. But with the back issues and him never really working on the post game and him really never having a set move or 2 or 3 moves that he could really go to, that's what Shaq and Kareem and Olajuwon was talking about. He really never worked on his game. And he never really had a jump shot to really like circumvent that. So it wasn't like, oh, he don't really got a post game, but he can shoot the jumper. Like, he made a couple threes in his career, but that's not really nothing to brag about. I mean, you get left open, anybody can make that. But Dwight Howard to me is a Hall of Famer. I don't think he reached his maximum potential, but I think he is a guy that can make the Hall of Fame. He's a guy that can make the Hall of Fame. Maybe not on the first ballot, but then again, Trace McGrady was a guy that never really reached his potential. If you really think about the comparisons of his era, you know what I'm saying? Comparing him to Vince and comparing him to Kobe, and a lot of people say, oh, for a time he was better than Kobe. I'm like, actually he wasn't. First of all, Kobe was winning championships. Second of all, you could say, okay, you had Shaq, but Kobe held his own. Like, Kobe was winning championships, and Kobe was actually winning playoff series. Not even like he lost more than he won. He never won a playoff series. Somebody never won a playoff series. Not only that, he never got out of the first round. And the only time Houston actually did get out of the first round with him, and I say Houston because that was the only team that he was actually on that got out of the first round. When they got out of the first round in 2009, they did it without him. He was hurt for the playoffs. And a lot of people say, oh, if they had Trace McGrady, I don't believe that. They wouldn't beat Kobe anyway. But Trace McGrady is the guy that got into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, and he really didn't do jack shit in his NBA career. I mean, he won a couple scoring titles, but he was inefficient as hell. How you a 25 point per game scorer and you shoot under 30% from the 3-point line and 40-something% in the playoffs? Like, yeah, you're a scoring leader, but you really not that efficient.